Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing on this Tuesday? Hopefully, the start of your work week has been going good for you. Today, we're going to be covering Erica Thomas, and says a white man told her to go back to where she came from. So this happened over like Friday and over the weekend. A Georgia lawmaker says a white man told her to go back to where she came from. The man is confirmed there was a confrontation over a number of items she had in express lane, but denies he ever said go back. So, the state lawmaker said white man cursed at her in front of her young daughter and told her to go back to where she came from because he thought she had too many items in the express checkout line grocery store. Um, Eric Sparks, I don't know, it doesn't say it this here right now, but Eric Sparks was a guy that did come forward. He says he's actually from Cuba, so that's kind of weird. But he came forward denying that he ever said that. Erica Thompson, 31, Thomas said, who's 31 and is 9 months pregnant, said in a cheerful Facebook Live video, which I'll have for you guys here in a minute. Friday, that a man verbally assaulted her because he thought she had too many items in an express aisle for 10 items or less at a public supermarket. Come on, people. That's yeah. Who cares, really? I mean, from what I've seen, that there was like three other lanes that were open, and I guess Sparks was upset that he had to go to another line or something. I don't know, but I mean, this is one of these situations where there's a time to interfere or not interfere. What is it? Confront or say something to somebody, and there's a time not to. You've already paid. There was three empty checkout lanes. Did he really have to do that? I mean, to me, that's just ridiculous. I mean, honestly, I could see if the every line was full and she was doing that. But then again, I've been kind of in the same situation, but an employee told me to go to a express checkout line, and I'm like, look, I've got more than the 10 or 15 items there. I was like, I'm cool. Wait, she's like, no, no, go ahead, go there. I'm like, okay. And then I told the person at the cashier, like, hey, they told me to come here. I've got more items than what I should be here. And she's like, whatever. But yeah. Said she's not, what, 9 months pregnant. Thomas, a state representative from Austell in Alabama, in the Atlanta area, said she had 15 items in her cart, but her daughter wanted to purchase 5 of the items herself. Thomas also said she explained to the man that she was pregnant and couldn't stand for too long. He says, I don't care, you're a lazy son of a beep, and you need to get the F out of here. Wow. Go back to where you came from, Thomas told her Facebook followers. It hurt me so bad because everything in me just wanted to tell him who I am, but I couldn't get anything out, she said. Well, yeah, that's understandable. She said the man kept going on until a store employee intervened and asked him to leave. Thomas said in a tweet that her husband was not there to defend her because he's an active military servant in the country. I came from the USA. In a bizarre twist, during the press conference Thomas was holding Saturday in the parking lot of Publix where the incident occurred, the man confronted her and interrupted the event to identify himself. Wow. Eric Sparks told gathered media he did say the B word in his verbal altercation with Thomas, but disputes he ever said go back to where you came from. He defended himself by saying he's Cuban, votes Democratic, and does not support President Donald Trump. He said he's likely to vote for Thomas if he lives in her district. Her words, stating on Twitter on the video that I told her she needs to go back where she came from, aren't true, Sparks said. I'm Cuban. I'm not white. I am white, but I am Cuban. Okay. Um, After Saturday with Sparks, Thomas stood by her original count. He said go back. Type of words. Well, that's not standing by. Go back. Those type of wording. I didn't want to say he said go back to my country or go back to where I came from, but he was making those types of references. Well, isn't that kind of backtracking? I mean, if you said that he said go back to your country, I mean, I don't know. Said she decided to tell her story because people are getting out of control. All I know is y'all see Ilhan Omar Thomas said, referring to Minnesota congressman who's Somali immigrant, and y'all see this stuff about sending her back, said in her Facebook video, inciting too much hate. And yeah, on what was it, Wednesday in North Carolina, they did say they did chant that. So let's look at her video, I guess. So
because people are getting really out of control with this white privilege stuff. I'm at the grocery store and I'm in the 10 aisle, the aisle that says 10 items or less. Yes, I have 15 items. He says, you lazy son of a bitch.
I don't get why he didn't just walk out and leave. I mean, I don't know. I just don't get it. I mean, who cares really? I mean, I don't know. He was already out the store, and why he didn't do it, I don't know. That just does not make sense to me.
You need to go back where you came from.
Can you tell us on camera what happened?
I walked into Publix, bought my 3 items. There were 3 checkout lanes. One was an express. The other 2 were empty.
So I mean, he says right there the other 3, the other 2 were empty. He already bought his items. Why would you confront this person? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Really, I mean, it just doesn't.
I kept my tongue shut. I walked and paid for my items in one of the empty lanes. This lady I noticed had about 20 items on the conveyor.
But I am facing the man that degraded me and berated me, and I'm not crying. No, I'm not. I'm standing right in front of you. And if you know how you made me feel yesterday, if you know how you made my daughter feel,
back off before I call the police.
Call the police right now because they are looking for you.
I already talked to them.
Oh my God. Oh my God, people, why? She's saying the cops are looking for him. He's like, if you don't back off, leave me alone, I'm gonna call the cops on you. Oh my God, what is going on? Why? I don't understand this. I just don't understand why people. You were out the store, guy. Why?
It's okay. I am so happy that you're here. And I'm happy that everybody needs to see this man that did this to me. And he thinks that he gets a 5 minutes of fame. You think that you're going to come up when you see police, when you see SB 46, you think you're going to come up here and get the spotlight? No, you're not. The only spotlight that you're going to get is everybody needs to see the man that did this to a woman that's 9 months pregnant.
Are you a state legislator?
Thank you. Nobody is here for you.
Are you a state legislator? Okay.
Wow. Wow. Sorry, guys, about 2 dogs going off in the background. They snuck into where I'm recording. There we go. I'll let them out so they don't go off. Usually they don't come in when I'm recording, but today, yeah, they decided to.
I walked up to the 2 customer service associates from Publix, asked them what can be done in a nice manner.
Those 2 associates looked at him, looked at her, and were like, Not today, guy. Not today. I'm not getting involved in this firestorm that's about to happen. If you want to do it, you know, that's on you. They set this guy up because they took one look at that, and I don't know if those guys were, the cashiers were, you know, white, black, Hispanic, or whatever. But they're like, yeah, not today, guy. Not today. I am not getting involved in this. If you want to, you go ahead. You know, and they were all kind of standing around there looking, going, this is going to be bad. You know, kind of like, you know, looking at that car wreck, or, you know, when you're driving by and people kind of rubberneck to look at that car wreck or that accident that just happened. That's what they probably did. They were just looking at that going, dude, leave it. Just walk out. Walk out. And he didn't walk out, and they're like, oh, really, dude?
They said, corporate policy, we can't do anything, but you as a customer can say something. I took a step outside the store, thought about it, turned around, walked up to...
You were out the store, dude. What did it matter? You already paid for your stuff. You didn't have to wait in line. The other registers were empty. You know, I could see if you know, there was a line, you know, and you've got a couple there, and somebody's got, you know, 20 items or something, you know, and say, hey, you know, hey. But me, I'm just gonna shut my mouth and be like, yeah, whatever. You know, to me, it's not that big of a deal. You know, if I've got to wait an extra 5 minutes while I'm trying to get, you know, out of the store, it's fine. I don't care. You know, it doesn't. You know, I'm not in that big of a hurry that I'm gonna have to complain about somebody having more than 10 items or something in a. I don't know, guy. I don't know, guy. I don't know what you were thinking.
Miss Thomas, and said, ma'am, not to be rude, my exact first words, pointing at the sign, which shows it on the surveillance camera, which I've seen already. Pointing at the sign, 10 items or less. She berates me after that. I don't remember exactly what she said.
She berates you, dude, because you walked up being an idiot, dude. I'm sorry, but you walked up being kind of a, you know, a nosy, you know, just being nosy, not minding your own business. I mean, you know, there's a time not to mind your own business, and a time to mind your own business. And this was definitely a time to mind your own business, guy.
But on camera, she approached me, came towards me, as I took a couple steps back. She said a few words. I do not recall exactly what those words were. I said, you're selfish. She did mention she's 9 months pregnant. I said, it doesn't matter in this case. There's no point on this case. There's 2 empty lines. You don't need to be in the express lane. Then I stated, she said a few words. I stated, well, you're selfish little bitch. I did say that. That's all I said after that, and I walked out of Publix. Her words stating on Twitter in her video, stating I told her she needs to go back where she came from, are untrue. I am Cuban. I am not white.
Guy, you should have just left. You should have just left, man. You were already at the store once. You should have just left and was like, hey, it's not my concern. I've got my stuff. You know, you should have just left, dude. There was no reason for it whatsoever. None. You know, here's her tweet. I'm about to be very transparent because racism and hate is getting out of control and I feared for my life. Well, if you feared for your life, why would you step and be aggressive, you know? That I don't understand. I think this is where she recants everything. I don't want to say he said go back to your country or go back to where you came from, but he's making these type of references, what I remember. So, let's see here. What do I have here? Yeah, that's a video here. This is some of her tweets. Where's the, here's some facts about him. Let's see if we can find some other stuff here. Sparks interject telling I'm not white. She responded, I don't care what you are. Yes, you are. Tamison next to Sparks said, I'm facing a man that degraded me, berated me, and I'm not crying. No, I'm not. I'm staying. You know. Sparster, I'm Cuban. I'm not white. I am light, but I am Cuban. I was raised with my Cuban grandmother who did not speak any English in the late 60s and 70s. I felt racism and prejudice. I'm not playing a victim. This woman, Miss Thomas, is playing a victim because she is a state legislator. I'm Democrat number 1. Vote Democrat number 2. My Facebook will make it public. Statements are anti-Trump, anti-Republican, anti-racism, anti-bigotry. The lady does not know me. She's using this on camera for political purposes without contacting me. And this is where he said the worst he called her was a selfie little bee. He has made several, and we'll get into his tweets. I have his tweets somewhere. This one, for Trumpers I grew up with, this is hidden and outright vocal bigotry, ignorance, and racism I experienced at times because my grandmother did not speak English, only Spanish, so my anger comes out. You know, F all racists and ones that aren't racist, then you are lying to yourselves. I think this was something I hope Trump deports a customer, you know, was talking Puerto Rican or something, I think. So let's pull up his tweets. So here goes one. Trump, this is for EEOC rules. Ethnic slurs and other verbal, physical conduct because of nationality are illegal. If they are severe or I cannot speak this morning. Pervasive and create an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work environment. Interference with work performance negatively affecting job abilities. This commission said on the website to describe harassment based on national origin. Then he gives examples of, you know, all that. This is where he says Trump needs to go back to Germany and his Nazi roots. 4 progressives, including God, I cannot speak this morning. I'm getting tongue-tied. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York. They cut that off. I can't believe that. Massachusetts Rashid Tlaib and Omar Ilyan. These are all women. Yeah. And this is her tweet there. And that's that one tweet I brought up. So yeah. So what do all you think? I just, you know, for me, I think the guy was out of line, really, because you were already out the store. You know, you didn't have to go back in and confront her. You know, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get people nowadays. You know, all he had to do was, you know, in my opinion, was just walk away, be done with it. You know, but he chose to come back in there. I don't know, you know, if he's trying to be a superhero for the express lane or what. I don't know. It just, to me, that doesn't make sense. You were already out the store. You'd already paid for your items. She didn't slow you down. What did it matter? What does it matter, you know? So, if you guys like this, like, share, comment, you know. If not, if you think I'm totally off bases, let me know. And you all have a good day.